oh dear, that person is victim of so much wrong perceptions. You don't want to punish. You don't want to criticize because you have compassion. And that is why you can continue to listen. And listening like that for 1 hour is a very healing. You are the bodhisattva. Don't look for the bodhisattva outside of you. Don't look for God outside of you. During the process of listening, you notice there's so much wrong perceptions, misunderstanding in her. And yet, you don't get angry. She is accusing you. She is bitter, but you don't get angry because you are protected by compassion. I listen to her just because I want her to suffer less. And you know that you can help that person to remove wrong perceptions later on. You don't need to do it now. If you try to correct him or her right now, well, you spoil everything. So you just listen and you say, well, tomorrow, after tomorrow, plenty of time for me to offer her informations that can help her to correct her wrong perceptions. So with that in mind, you are not in a hurry to correct him, to correct her. You are very peaceful. You are very compassionate. That is peace. And then a few days later, when you feel that the atmosphere is good, you begin to release some informations. Darling, it was not like that. It was like this. You release just a little bit of information. Don't try to release all information at one time. The other person will not be able to bear it. It's too much truth at one time. It's not good. So after 3 days, you release a few informations, and then 5 days or 6 days later, you release another set of informations, helping that person to correct her perceptions. This is a peace process. In a relationship between two people, whether that is partner and partner, son and father, mother and daughter, the process is exactly the same. The situation has dragged on for many years. But if you are determined to practice, well, 1 week is enough. 1 week or 2 weeks is enough for you to restore communication and to improve the quality of relationship and to make yourself happy, to make the other person happy. And when it comes to the situation of the two parties, two warring parties, it is exactly the same kind of process. Your group can begin to write a letter, a collective write a letter. And the language can be exactly the same. Dear people over there, we know that you have suffered a lot. Dear people over there, they are the Palestinians. They are the Israelis. Dear people over there, we know that during past many years you have suffered a lot. We thought that we were only the people who suffer, but now we realize that you have suffered quite a lot. We have not been able to help you to suffer less. In fact, we have made the situation much worse, which is the truth. It's not intention to make. It's not our intention to make your group suffer, because you have not been very skillful. You don't know the peace process. You have reacted with anger and frustration. You wanted to punish every time we suffer. That is why you have made situation worse. You don't believe more in punishment. We need your help. You don't want to continue like this. We want to really give you a chance to live peacefully and happily, so that we will be able to live peacefully and happily also. Because your peace, your happiness, is very crucial for our own peace and happiness. If you don't have safety, security, and then we will have no safety and security. We recognize that we into our peace and safety depends on your peace and safety. That is why you should help us, and we should help you. Let's come together as brothers and not as opponents. Please tell us. We'll listen to you. Palestinians and Israelis who used to come to Plum Village in the last many years, they were offered exactly the same kind of practice. During the first 5-6 days, they don't say anything, they just practice mindful breathing, mindful walking, recognizing the fear, the anger, the suffering in them, and to calm down. And then they would sit down and listen to the other group and recognize that the other group has suffered a lot also. And now they are able to look with the eyes of compassion. They are using deep listening, love and speech. And it's their turn to tell the other group about their suffering, their frustration. And then mutual understanding become a reality. And the two groups always come up together on the last day in order to give a report to the whole Sangha about their practice. They all make the vow to go home to the Middle East, to organize Sangha so that many people can come and profit from the practice of peace. You are intelligent people. You have to use your intelligence, your lucidity to make peace in yourself, with your partner, with your beloved one, so that you can become instrument of peace, to make peace with the other group. They needly help you. They desperately need you, and you also need them. My suggestion of a People Peace Conference is just such a suggestion to illustrate the path of peace. And you know that in the world, so many people are concerned about the suffering in the Middle East. If you can do anything like that, like a People Peace Conference, it will have a tremendous power of education. Not only you educate yourself and the other group, but you educate the whole world about how to make peace. And many of us will come to listen to you, to observe you making peace. Not in the political way that has been used, but the real way of making peace. In your discussion, Dharma discussion, please share your experience on this. How you make peace with your beloved one. How can you become the refuge of a third person, of a fourth person, and so on.